Okay, how to make a standard cut file. Here we have the end result. This is what all cut files look like. This is one of our standard cuts. It's a stock shape and it's called Flaming Ball. I'm going to show you how to create this from square one. Just keep in mind, every cut file will need these 4 specific layers. It'll need the 2x2 sheet that it's being cut from, or whatever size you're cutting it from, the cut line, targets, which always need to be a backwards L when you save. Just make sure they're always going this way on whatever cut file you create, and the file layer. The file layer is basically just for production. It'll be printed on the sheet with the design so it can show the exact location of where you're saving it. All cut files get saved in the Gerber M3000 folder. There are different folders within that folder that you can save to, but this one will be in standard shape cuts and then stock multi-shapes, and then this is going to be the file name. Make sure if you're doing a 1-up, after you put Flaming Ball, put 1-up, 2x2. And I'll get to this later because I will show you how to make a 2-up, a 4-up, and an 8-up. Alright, so if we start from the beginning, we have this design. Just pretend that you made this and now you want to create a cut file, so we're going to start from the very beginning. First, you need your art. Second, you need your cut line. The easiest way for me to make a cut line is to select everything, and if you have your selection tool on, you could just hit enter and put in 0 inches for horizontal and vertical, and then hit copy. This will allow you to copy your artwork right on top of itself, like that. Okay? From here, just turn everything black and merge it. And you can go into your Pathfinder and click the merge tool. Then black to fill everything, and then merge it again. That way you have that solid shape of what you're going to be cutting around. Now after this, you need to add a stroke. For the cut line, you should always add 20 points. So you can go to your stroke, add 20 points, hit enter, and always change your corner to rounded. This provides more of an easy cut line for production when they put this on the Gerber. After you're done with that, you need to expand your stroke. Okay, merge it again, and then from here, go ahead and put a black stroke on it again, but make the fill nothing. Now you can see that there's this really nice and neat cut line around the entire design. Okay. After you got this far, you need to create your sheet of corrugated plastic. So this will be cut out of a 2x2 sheet. So go ahead and make your square, 24 inches by 24 inches. Start sticking these on the appropriate layers. Make sure that this square has a white fill with no stroke. White fill, no stroke. And then in order to make a new layer, you just click this page, create new layer down here, and then in order to rename it, you just double click it, put 2x2. Make sure this is the bottom layer though. Okay. And then you can drag this down to go on that layer. Make sure you make your artboard around this square as well, and the easiest way to do that is to hit Shift O on your keyboard, and then it takes you to the artboards, and all you have to do is double click on that square you just created. So that creates your artboard for you. Now you can see it. Make sure this is centered within the 2x2 square. Okay, this can be our art layer. Then when you just grab the cut line and pull that onto the cuts layer. Okay, after you have all of that done, you need your targets. And you can go online, go on the art server to get those. They are in the Gerber folder. Let's see here. Oops. They'll be in the Gerber M3000 folder. If this will let me get in there. Okay. Okay, it's not letting me grab the targets out of here. It's being completely slow. But inside the Gerber M3000 folder, there is a target templates folder, and if you open up that, there's 2 files that hold your targets, and you can select either one because they are the same thing. If I get out of this, I'll just grab them from off of here. Okay, go ahead and paste your targets on there. Make a new layer, drag it up, rename it targets. Then lastly, you add your file layer. Okay, so just make sure that whatever you type out is the exact location and where you're going to save the cut file. Gerber 3000 standard shape cuts stock multi-shapes. And then whatever the file name is. So this one, since it's a shape that we use often, we're going to name it Flaming Ball, and then we'll put one up on a 2x2. That way you can use this for different art files as well. So go ahead and copy that name so you can save it. I usually make the file name 20 points large. Then you can just kind of stick it on here wherever within the target area. So over here. Okay, now this is going to be the print file. So on the print file, always make your guide or your cut line into a guide, and if you just hit Control-5, it'll change it for you. That way this won't print, but it's still visible for you to see. Okay, and then you're going to save this in the appropriate location for production. Right now I'm just going to save it to my desktop. Once you have this saved and you need to actually save the cut file, all you need to do is take this art layer and delete it. And then you need to change the cut back to a stroke. So you can do Control-Alt-5. And then it'll change it back for you. Make sure you click the eyeball on the file layer so that it's not visible when they open it up for the Gerber machine. So just leave it on there, but just click the eyeball so it's not visible. Okay, and you're going to save this in the appropriate location, which would be on the art server, Gerber folder. And then it's going to be in standard shape cuts. And then you would save it in the folder Stock Multi-Shapes. Let's see where it is. Okay. And then you could just paste in your location that you copied from your art file. It was Flaming Ball up 2x2. Okay, and then go ahead and save it. Also make sure you always save your cut files as an AI file, and after you hit save, make sure it's saved down to version CS. The Gerber only reads version CS or lower, and then hit OK, and then your cut file is saved.